Kurve Gaur Chandraya Radhikaya Tadhalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tarabhaktaya Namo Nama. So we're gonna continue on Chanakya Pandit. We spoke last time how he was an absolute genius, uniting the people, uniting the kingdom, defending the kingdom, and letting the ancient culture to flourish. And the way he did it is that he extracted all the knowledge, all the essence of political science and spiritual knowledge, combined it together and trained the king. And therefore, afterwards, he published many, many books, and one of the famous books is Chanakya. So this is more for general public, how to live, how to operate, how to understand life, and what should be done. And last time we spoke about what kind of places to live, yeah, and we carry on a little bit on this subject matter. I will read a few more verses and we discuss them. Yes. So, and next one is pointing out that a man should not make a place his home where are no four following things. Yeah, where there is no prosperous people, when there is no soldiers, where there is no scholarly Brahmins, and when there is no king, river, and doctors. Okay, so what does it mean? Prosperous people. If you're living in a ghetto, it's very difficult to move on in life. It's very, like everything what surrounds you is just poverty. No prosperous people means prosperity is seen in Vedic understanding a sign of pious activities. In a Western Christian understanding, is like poverty is some sort of like a acute status in terms of religious values or so. Christianity promotes like that people should not accumulate so much wealth because it's evil. Money is evil, but actually in reality it's not the money that is evil, it's the way people use it. Money is the energy. Money can be the best thing, can be the worst thing, and usually people misuse that money. It's like a huge amount of fire, if it's used properly, can do so much good. Yeah, like cooking for millions of people, for example, or massive festival in India using lots of fire, or so many other ways, yeah, like heating big cities, etc. However, the fire can be also used for total destruction, and usually all the wars what we have now, it's all fire-based technology, yeah, so it's used for destruction. So same way, money is energy, and if you use it properly, it's good. A Vedic understanding is that if you are wealthy, it means you've done pious activities previously. That's why you're well situated. And if you're not, if you have financial difficulties and struggle, it's all sign of a sin in previous life, or this life, like this. So as cruel, as shocking that thing might be, poverty is a sign of a sin. Simple as that. So don't live in a place where everyone is like this. Try to get out of that. Number one, Chanakya Pandit points this out. Then number two, soldiers means security, means good protecting in the police force, security force, military force, those who protect people, not abuse people. Yes, so it needs to be there, otherwise dacoits will come and burn your whole thing down. Security must be there. Then a third point, scholarly Brahmins, that means good teachers. Brahmins in an ancient world were the teachers of everything. Yeah, entire knowledge come from Brahmins, for the kings, for the Vaishyas, for the Sudras, but they did not cash in on money, they were only teaching. So good teachers, and especially spiritual values, must be there, otherwise not there, how are you gonna progress? Yeah, and usually Brahmins also are considered to be spiritually pious people. Alright, next one, king. This is a very controversial thing for Europeans because they killed all their monarchy and they established this democratic system, and it's all fine though in one way, because we don't know what the real monarchy means. We don't know that the real king is supposed to protect people and give his life for the people. The last good monarch on this planet that we probably all, most of us lived, the same time. The last monarch probably was the Thai king of Thailand. Yeah, he passed away a few years ago. But he was really, every Thai person you ask, they respect the king, and the king was always looking after the people. So amazing that even up to now we have some royalty who still was dedicated to helping the people as much as they can. And he had military power. Like king, just without military power is nothing. He must have the force of ability to protect the people. So king. Then a river and a doctor. River means water supplies. Yeah, without water there is nothing. Yeah, without water no one can live. And doctors, it means, yeah, if there is no doctors, you might have it all, but if something happened with your health, there is no doctors, what will you do? So these kind of simple things that we take for granted, or some of them we have, like a doctors and water, that's true. But king, people who are prosperous, living in these kind of neighborhoods definitely will benefit you, us, everyone. Okay, let's look more. So another verse, number 10 from here. A place that does not offer means of living, fear of law, feeling of shame and shameless acts, clever people to inspire artful creations and crafts, and the spirit of charity is not fit for living. So again, interesting points that must be there for happy, as happy you can be in a material world for a successful life. Yeah, what are these? According to Chanakya, Pandit, must be a means of living. First things first, you have to be able to support yourself. Then fear of law. If people are not afraid of law, there's no enforcement of law, there's gonna be anarchy. People are into anarchy sometimes. They don't realize anarchy means just the dacoits will take control. Just it's gonna be like anarchy, basically. Yeah, chaos. So you want the king, and you want the king also enforce the law, and you want that king to look after the people, in service of people. And monarchy is good. Why? Because there is no change. King has time, entire lifetimes to dedicate. Good things take time. Elected government officials won't have time to really get their, even if they have good agenda, like they don't have time to really play it out. So important. Then feeling of shame for shameless acts means morality. If there is no morality, the entire society goes down on the ground. We're living in an age when everyone is, entire art scene in this world, we're coming to the next point, but just the shamelessness has become a fashion. Yeah, morality, to blush fame, the morality has become something like a cool thing to do. And that totally degrades the civilization. It's almost like, yeah, people have lost that understanding, or is someone's like agenda to bring, to destroy the civilization as it is. So, speaking more about it, the best way, there is an ancient books from China. Yeah, it's called Art of War. In that Art of War, is a great general who is speaking about the warfare, and basically he lays out the golden plan. The best way to conquer the country is not with the guns or soldiers or military or any of that. The best way to conquer the country is to psychologically, and that is demoralize the country. It collapses, and then you'll just go and take over and exploit the resources, right? And this is going on in our world a lot. So pay attention. Morality is the kind of backbone of the country. Now, next thing, where we got artful creations and crafts, means art must be there to inspire people. Beauty must be there. Yeah, we have incredible history in Europe about beautiful art in so many ways, entire world. Why they respect so much Europe really is that amazing contribution of art, be it poetry, architecture, painting, sculptures. I mean, so much. That's why people are into Europe, is because the ancient culture, not ancient, but like last kind of 500 years, this Renaissance, it kind of put Europe on a map and completely take a lead from anything else in the world. And now this very same culture, especially the art and the beauty, is being smashed. It's a very, very important point. People think beauty is in the eye of a beholder, but it's a total lie. It's not in the eye of beholder. Beauty is, everyone agrees on beauty. It's that simple. Beauty is a proportion, it's a mathematical value that is there. It's called golden ratio, yeah. Everything in the nature is in golden ratio. Be it a tree, or beach, or waves, you name it. If the nature naturally grows it, is in a pattern of golden ratio. Now, all the ancient art and Renaissance art, all the artists were following that golden ratio, and it becomes naturally acceptable for a person, and therefore he likes it and he approves it, and it makes like a pleasant environment. Furthermore, like the world is chaotic, it's full of anxiety and distress, so the beauty kind of shoots like relief from this crazy place. And now the beauty is under massive attack, and all the art, like the modern art, is a total garbage. Everyone knows it's a garbage, but somehow or another it's going forward. Yeah, people somehow or another accept this. It's like almost difficult to explain. You can make an entire video about it. There's a lot of good videos on YouTube about it. But it's a way to control the masses, destroy the beauty, destroy the art. People become very, very depressed. So the good thing, you can find the beauty internally. So ultimately we'll get to that as well. Like if the external world collapses, beauty you can find internally. That's what the Vedic messages are about. Okay. And the last one is charity. Believe it or not, in the ancient world, Vedic world, charity was the sign of a people who were brave. All the kshatriyas, the kings, were giving charity. So it means like if you really are the big guy on the block, or you really are the opulent king, you could give any kind of charity, whatever you want. So even the biggest demoniac kings, they were giving unlimited charity, even giving all their wealth out. And why? Do you know why? Because the charity is the root of the wealth. Means the more you give out, the more you get back. Maybe not immediately, but eventually this is going to come like a snowball, more and more and more. And the more you hold on to you, the more you kind of miserly you are, the faster you will lose your wealth. So usually, why people are poor, we already discussed, but the best way to fix it is to become in charity. State of mind. Whatever you can give, just give. Even if you have nothing to give financially, you find another ways to give. The more you contribute, the more you eventually you start to get back. That's how you get your ball rolling again. So the places where don't have a charitable people are very miserable places, and there cannot be any happy life, basically. So never live in this country. Sure, now you might ask, where will you find this kind of place? In this world, everyone is so greedy and miserly. True. But if you follow Chanakya's teachings in everyday life, you at least know what you should do yourself to help yourself to go forward. Yes? Okay, let's keep this video here now. All the best. Jai Radha. Hari Bol.